Boom. How about we change direction a little bit and let's go through a strap. 100 big ones there for you. We're going to look for errors, fancy serial numbers, anything obscure or weird. Just picked this up last night before I went home, and we are going to bust this bad boy. There you go. Came from Bank of the West, right here in Sacramento. So, let's go ahead and check it out. $100, people. All right. So as we talk about the notes, and I'm gonna flip through them relatively quickly. I'm gonna try and do this and talk about different serial numbers you could find and various errors. Let's go ahead and start with the errors. See, the numbers are too jumbled up to be really anything. All right. So errors, we're going to look for mismatched serial numbers. We're going to look for under-inking. We're going to look for wet transfer offset errors, where you could see a partial of the back on the front and vice versa. Missing seals, missing third print, foldovers, cutting errors. This one is semi-interesting. That's really not a low number by anyone's standards. 4 leading zeros is what we need on there. Now this one's interesting. 1934-06-27. This is a backwards birthday note. Really cool. These are very collectible, by the way. Does anyone know someone that's born June 27th, 1934? That's how that reads. That's one way to read it. I guess it's the English way of reading it. The other way would be if it was 06-27-1934. That would be the correct, like, American Standard version. I'm going to put this one aside. That's really cool. I like that one. I could probably sell that for $5. I've had lots of success with birthday number notes. 2203-0719. Nothing there. Nothing there either. 8s and 4s, but it's all jumbled. You got other numbers. This one's upside down. Yeah, we're also going to be looking at web press notes. You can tell on the web press because the back plate number C333 on a regular one is here. The web press, it would be right next to In God We Trust. And those typically sell $5 to $10 a piece. And they show up on the 88 and 91 series notes. Alright, nothing there. We're also going to try and look for 7 in the rows, 8 in the rows, 2003 series. Nothing there. We're going to look at stuck digits. So just to name a few of the paper note errors, a really great website is coolserialnumbers.com. And star notes, to a lesser degree. I've stopped hoarding those here as of late. You're lucky to get $1.50, $2 a piece for them, unless it's a really low run. Alright, nothing on this one. The way that you could tell if you have a good star note with a low production run is go onto a website called mycurrencycollection.com. You could type in the serial number and it'll give you exactly what the run is for that particular star with that particular district. Alright, nothing on that one. See if I can blow through this in less than 10 minutes. That one, nope, nothing there. And I'll do a final walkthrough after the video. If there's anything mentionable that we should revisit, I'll let you guys know. So we got that cool birthday note. There you go, 2006. All right, nothing there. It's pretty cool, 00 in the middle, but unless it ends in 885, where it would be called a radar or palindrome. So we're going to look at radar serial numbers. We're also going to look at 1 through 8s. I usually keep the jumbled ones too. 1 through 8, 0 through 7, you know, 2 through 9, or whatever the case is. Up ladders, down ladders, 7 in a row, 8 in a row, 8 of a kind notes are really nice. That's kind of like a lottery find, a jackpot of sorts. Nothing there. Typically, you'll want to look at the back too for the offset transfer or any sort of misprint or miscut. All right, because sometimes it'll look perfect on the front. As far as the centering, you turn it around, it's like way off. So, well, keep an eye on that. 999 at the end, but unfortunately not enough to be a keeper for me. 2013. There we go. 98988 at the end. If only there were 9s and 8s all the way across, that'd be what they construe as kind of a mixed binary. A true binary is 0s and 1s. That one, nothing there. What do we got here? Nothing there. Another 2009. 2003s are starting to get real tough to find. Or 2006s, rather, the series. The way the series works is they'll... Oh, what do we got here? Trinary. Not as collectible, but regardless, they're pretty neat. I used to hoard these quite often. 1, 8, and 0s. In both serial numbers. You know, I'm going to put this one aside. I just like the look of the note as far as the numbering. Alright, nothing there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, no, too many 8s in there. See, it's got staining. The staining I can't tolerate, especially if it's on a really nice type of note. Look at this one. This one's soiled. 2006. It's got lots of body left. Yeah, it's been in someone's wallet. You can see the half fold of being in the someone's wallet or something. Construction worker, maybe. With a dirty wallet. Okay, nothing there. I like serials with a bunch of 7s and 8s. 7s, of course, in the U.S. is extremely popular. Oh, heck. Whoa. Star note. It's got that one little centerfold right there. See that? Oh, look at that. 63A. Star note. Whoa. I don't know exactly what the run is on that one. I'm going to check it out, and I'll let you guys know later. Woo. Are you kidding me? There's got to be more of these in here. 63A star note. Goodness gracious. Y'all. Alright. Nothing there. Wow. Fantastic. See, it's a worthwhile endeavor. I usually like to go through a few $100s a week. Again, it's kind of free money. If you have the money available to take out of the bank and play with and then put it right back, that's the way to do it. Just keep recycling that money, you know. What do we got here? 2013. It's 2345. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Not collectible to me. There we go. 09, nothing there. And I haven't seen anything funny yet in terms of error-wise. Nothing. Nothing there either. Oh, it's got the makings of a birthday note. December 16th, 3267. That's only like 1,200 years from now. Where will we be? Well, I know I won't be around, but this serial number is offset a little bit higher than, see that? That one's more centered. But it's minor enough that's it's not overlapping any of the other design elements, like the second printing or first printing, that it's not collectible to me. So I'll just move on from there. There you go. 4 5s in there. Pair of 9s in the middle. Oh, look at that. Pair of 9s and 2 8s flanking the outside. So it's almost a radar. The 2 outside numbers, the bookends, are nothing. That one's nothing. A little bit older note, though. Nothing there. 2009. Another niner. Nope. So far, this strap is paying off dividends. I usually find one or two. Check out the 6. It's turned up a little bit. You might be able to double your money on that, but see, it's paper's scratched, or yeah, it's got a little hole right there. That top margin. That's what it should look like when it's all straight. That's 6. It's turned up a little bit. It's a minor turn digit error, is what it is. I don't know if it's worth it for me to sell it or even hold on to it. It's got the tear up here, so it's, yeah, you know, and it's not that major. If it didn't have the tear, I'd set it aside. Uh-oh. 1s, and then bookend 5s on there. Nothing that would make me want to keep it. Spender. It's a minor turn. Not much of an adjustment to matter. Adjustment. There you go. Stained. Someone spilled a Diet Coke on there. Nothing there. 2003 A series, a little bit older. The A series notes in 2003 a little bit more obscure, but they're plentiful. They're still out there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Triple 5s in the middle. To really convince me to save a note with a bunch of one number, there would have to be at least 6. But even still, it's with 6 in a row or 6 of a kind, it's not sellable to me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 5212, 5213. Now, the reason why that I can make a few bucks on this one, it's a step up repeater. 5212, 5213. I'm keeping that. I could probably turn that for $5 or so. See, nothing there. You know, it's the little stuff like that. It all adds up. Yep, there we go. Trinary. 2s, 1s, and 7s. Kind of like almost the equal mix. There's one more 7 in there. I'm going to keep that one. Trinary. If you get enough trinary notes together, you could sell it as a group for maybe double face, which is a nice perk. You know, I've sold, you know, a few 10-note lots before, made about $8 off the lot, but you would have to do a lot, you know, a group of 10 or 20 of them to really see the benefit. 2626 in the middle. Unfortunately, that is nothing of note, no pun intended. Alright guys, we're almost through this thing here. Bear with me. We got about maybe 20 more notes. There we go. Double 3, some 4s. Nothing there. So 2006, it looks much older than that. I'm missing the 4. Right where that 0 is, it would be a repeater. 2428, 2428, but it's a 2028. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Whew, it's sticky. Coming from Sacramento, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Usually it's not a great thing. Why is it sticky? Okay, nothing there, nothing there. Home stretch, guys. Ooh, that note was disgusting. Yeah, if you can, wear some of those nitrile gloves. You know. Some would say paper money has the most amount of germs. Yeah, I don't know if that's the case. Paper money changes hands a lot, you know, this day, even in a largely electronic and credit-based society. There's still lots of paper money to be found wherever you go. Lots of treasures to be discovered. Find a note with all eights. You know, like I had alluded to before, the number 7 is extremely lucky for us Americans over here, and overseas in China, 8s are extremely lucky. Which is why if you find like 6 in a row 8s or 7 in a row 8s and you put it online, you're going to sell for like 2-3 times more money than you traditionally would any other digit. I bet you guys didn't know that. That's a nice little Blue Ridge Silverhound fun fact. 1999 with a big old gruesome tear and a tape job that, you know, nobody cared about, obviously, because it's horrible. Okay, nothing there. It's a beater of a note. So someone wiped their ass with it. There we go. 1, 2, 3 at the beginning. How about we do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all the way across? $7,500 to $10,000 note. 1 through 8 ladder. They are popular. Oh, there's another 99 right there. 2s, 4s, 1s, and that pesky 0. Yeah. Okay. Nothing there. Pair of 1s in the middle. 281. Nope. And that's the last one. Ladies and Germans. Let's recap it a little bit. A couple of trinaries, 2s, 1s, and 7s. Pretty nice. I'm going to put that in a batch that I'm going to sell on eBay. Where's my other trinary? This one is actually halfway decent, attractive. 1s, 8s, and 0s. I don't know. I just like the number set on there. It's not like it's 2 7s and 9. You know, it'd be weird. Happy birthday note coming up in a couple weeks. A1 born June 27th, 1934. Right there. And a step up repeater, 5212, 5213. How neat is that? And of course the note of the pack, Star Note, Crispy AU 1963A. Granahan, Fowler, signature combo. Real nice, real crispy, except with that center fold, knocks it down out of BU, or crisp uncirculated, and puts it right in that about uncirculated territory. Nice little almost 20-minute video, but that's how you do strap searching. I'm going to be doing much more of these. Something different, kind of mix it up a little bit. Treasure hunting these have never been more exciting. Lots of great stuff. You find the right note, you can make easily 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. The more you do it, the more you'll find stuff. If you don't do it at all and you expect to get stuff like this, it's going to be really tough. It's like buying one set of lottery to try and win the Powerball. What are your odds? It's a lot slimmer than, say, if you bought 50 lines. Anyways, strap searching $100 bills. Hope you guys enjoy it, and you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you soon.